green flags then to wave the riders off to start their warm-up lap here. The problem here for Dennis Onju, a big problem. His bike is being wheeled off the grid, head in hand. What has happened here to the Red Bull KTM Ironman? That is an absolute disaster for the Turkey. Didn't even get away on that warm-up lap. Did he just stall, or is this more of a severe problem than that for him? Lights out, and we are go for Moto3 in 2023. Really good start by Joel Kelso, a lightning launch by the Australian. He's going to get the drop on a Sasaki into turn one. Kelso has the whole shot. Sasaki there in second place. After his problems then on the grid, having originally hoped to start 8th, Onju does fire away from pit lane.
Was that Alonso? He was helped off by one of the MTA riders who was getting up the inside of him, contact into turn one, and it sent Alonso down. Let's have a look then at what happened into turn one. It was the MTA rider of Nepa, Ortola then just slightly makes contact, and that just eases Alonso out of play on the outside of turn one.
Ortola has got a double long lap penalty.
Watch Sasaki again on the way down to turn one. He's got the outside line this time, but I don't think it's going to hurt him too much.
It felt like a long winter, didn't it, 4 months? This is the action, the nail-biting action in Moto3 that we have missed for so long. What a way to return for the lightweight world championship. Artigas now, he's been brilliant over these last couple of laps, and he fires up the inside of Sasaki. They rub, they touch into turn number 3, and that's going to allow Holgado. He had the momentum, he stayed out of the trouble, and Holgado went through at turn 4. He's back in the front. Here comes Moreira now into the victory contention. He's trying to find a way through on the inside of Sasaki. He does make it through. Moreira second, Holgado wide at turn 5. You cannot take your eyes off this for a second.
Now, reminder, Moreira started effectively 15th on the grid.
Holgado then sweeps down into turn 5. Hard braking zone, and he gets it wrong. He was in hot. Sasaki comes straight on through. Munoz might take advantage as well. Again, Munoz picking up the drive grip, having Holgado run slightly offline. He just had to cut the power on the dirty part of the circuit. Superb slipstream. Holgado did just nick it. He dropped down to a 1:48.3, but he led over the line by just 400. But again, it's Munoz. Munoz, that fourth sector is his territory, isn't it? He briefly leads over the line, courtesy of a 1:49.193. Can he hold it, though, in the braking zone for turn number 1? A huge gaggle of riders gang up behind him. He does stand firm. Munoz, though, is wide, and Holgado says, I'll have that lead back. Dennis Onju has just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 1:47.774.
He could join this battle.
It wasn't that long ago we were saying that Onju was nearly 10 seconds behind the race leader. He's now just 3.1 seconds back. And with clear track ahead of him, he hasn't had to worry about getting mired in this melee at the front of this Grand Prix. This has been a stunning recovery from Dennis Onju. We remind you, having stalled it on the grid, he started this race from pit lane, and now he is firmly in contention here.
Last year, the battle for the Rookie of the Year in Moto3 came down to a three-way dice at the final race between Holgado, Moreira and Munoz. Those are our leading 3 in this Grand Prix at the moment. 2 laps to go then here in what has already been a Portimao classic to get the Grand Prix action underway in 2023. It's Holgado that leads, 3/10 advantage over Moreira onto the second to last lap. Moreira's got the hammer down, a 48.084, his quickest of the Grand Prix so far, but he can't defend down the end of the first corner. That's where Munoz has been so good. It's Holgado that leads over the line by a quarter of a second. Sasaki gets up into third, albeit briefly. Munoz straight back on through. Moreira trying to close in on Holgado into turn number 3. Moreira and Munoz not close enough to instigate a lunge on him into turn number 5. Look at Moreira. Oh, he nearly took the front there, did he? He was really pushing hard. There was a South American. And Danny Holgado wins his first Grand Prix. Takes it by just over 1/10.5 from David Munoz. Diogo Moreira delivered some late heartache for the rookie sensation Rueda. He takes the final place on the podium. What a day, though, for the Red Bull KTM Tech 3 team. Danny Holgado, brilliant performance by him.
Thank